Do you like the potato? I guess so, Andy. I mean, wait, I was gonna answer the other question, but then I just totally messed up answering my own question. Anyways, Moya Lester asks, Andy, what is 9 plus 10? 21! Alright. Peter the bread boy says, can't vote on iPad. You should be able to vote on an iPad. Not exactly sure why you can't. But for right now,
Games are
game
here.
has started. Let me put up the overlay real quick. I think everything is correct. Alright, so on the blue side we have team 141. On the red side we have team Jesus Christ, excuse you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So on the red side we have high definition gaming. Now it does look like HDG is gathering up, and they're just going to be, gathering up as a team on that blue buff area, while 141, they're pretty much spread apart. They're just going to go to their respective lanes and their respective buffs.
Yeah, hold on. I was just adjusting the mic.
Okay.
And at the Dragonfly music, the hook up. Almost a really good hook from Skims. He was on the area that Sonic Surfer was at, but sadly I think the saplings scared him off from the location. And this is going to be the first time we've seen Sonic Surfer on a Lee Sin, I think. Which is pretty surprising because, in my opinion, Lee Sin is a pretty mechanical, demanding champion. It is a very high skill cap, and you tend to mess up if you don't really know how to play Lee Sin that well. So we'll see how it goes out. I'm sure he knows the basics of Lee Sin, which is why he picked him. But if it's just a jungler that he hasn't really, like, it's like not really a fallback champion or fallback jungler, then who knows? He might fall in his face in the early game, because Commonly definitely knows how to play that Jorvin, and he can make a lot of stuff happen early.
Now there is a lane swap at the moment. HDG's bot lane is at the top lane, while their top lane is at the bot lane. So right now at the top lane for 141, Renz is going to be in a bit of trouble trying to farm this. He's going to get outranged, especially since it is a 2v1. And if Nasus can't really farm his Qs, he's not going to be fairly strong towards the late game. He does have that lifesteal, but he's not going to be able to get in range enough just to, start farming.
Yeah, and you can see already the lane swap is already taking effect onto the Nasus. He has no farm while you can see Music doing the buddy system in the jungle.
My game
So
what?
Oh,
Did my game just crash?
Are you serious?
What? I got bug splat.
Well, I'm not really gonna say anything yet, cause since you guys can't really see what's going on.
No, you should just say it. Just say it.
Okay, Sonic Surfer was going for a gank in the mid lane.
God,
The nerd had to force a flash. So, but some pretty good aggression from Sonic Surfer, showing that he can. He went for a level 2 as Lee Sin. And you can see Sir. Oh, yeah, that is so first blood goes to OMG Exuberant.
I wish I knew what happened. Oh, it looks like first blood does go off to OMG Exuberant. Not exactly sure what happened right there, but he does get first blood. He is quite ahead right now. He does have that kill lead against the Graves, and right now Renz only has 1 CS, so it's a bit troubling for the top lane for 141 at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think Renz really has much experience in the lane swaps, because he's just stood there taking harass from Skims, and once Skims hit level 2, he was able to just use his flay hook combo, and that's what secured the kill onto the Nasus, because he was exhausted afterwards. With some pretty good damage from Jackie Chan onto Music. He's getting pretty low, and he's only 4 CS above Nasus, but he should be fine. He still has pots, so he's enough. He's at least getting experience, so it's nothing too bad.
Yeah, it's nothing too bad, but he is taking a lot of damage. And at the mid lane, Bound 2 as well as the Nerd, they're fairly both low on mana, and a potential gank on either one of the lanes can possibly lead to a kill. They don't really have any skills to follow up, or I mean to really escape. Now the Renz is taking a lot more damage still from that Vayne, especially with that range difference, and he's not going to be able to stack his Qs at all. He does have 10 CS compared to the 23 CS that Vayne does have, and as well as compared to the 12 CS that Maokai has. They're fairly similar in CS, but you know, he did die once, so he is lacking the EXP as you said earlier.
Yeah, and it seems like the lane swap isn't really as much as isn't really taking effect anymore, because since Nasus was able to get catch up in the farm, even though he did die, Music is still in the lane. He's actually scratch that. Never mind.
Oh.
Its friends is still having a bad
Might
time.
be a possible gank coming in from Commonly at the moment. Let me actually going right here. He's actually might be ganking this. Not exactly sure. Oh,
Yeah, he might
he's
actually be going
in.
for this. Its friends not really respecting the distance he should be taking. But some really good harass onto Music from Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker from the passive of Rom. I forget what it is. Check it out. It's his concussion blows. There we go. Concussive.
Commonly actually left the lane at the bot lane. It did get warded in the end, so he's not going to be able to gank that unless he does use the sweeper ward or sweeper trinket to just get rid of that ward. So top lane is fairly safe unless, you know, Renz does not check his map, doesn't check his mini map. He's going to get caught out if he doesn't do that. But he is still having some trouble farming at the moment. He is 7 CS behind the Maokai at the moment. And I'm not exactly sure how many stacks he has. Let me actually check. He has 18 stacks. Not very good right now.
Yeah, considering how free he's actually been. He's just been throwing down his E, which doesn't really do much damage over time, but it does do a lot of startup damage as it comes off. But you could see Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker are pushing in the bot lane turret very hard. So it doesn't seem like once this lane swap goes back, they might it'll be that OMG Exuberant Skims without a bot lane turret to rely on, while 1-for-1's bot lane do.
The possible gain coming in from Sonic Surfer, it's a possibility. No, it looks like he's gonna get that scuttle crap. Not the bot lane. That bot lane tower is in a bit of trouble right now. Music is trying to get on this, but Commonly is coming in for the fly seal. Jackie Chan does get smited on. He's gonna flash away his heal. Chris Tucker is in trouble at the moment. Music does not have any mana.
Don't have mana.
He's not gonna be able to do anything. Back at the top lane, Sonic Surfer as well as Bound 2 are trying to possibly gank that. Not gonna really come up much from that though. And 1-for-1 do get that bot lane tower.
Yeah. So not really the trade-off did go for team 1-for-1. They were able to get the bot lane turret. Bot lane sums was actually used for both the ADC and the support, but I think it's pretty worth, seeing as it's going to be coming up, or it'll most likely come up by the time they start fighting for like dragon and stuff. So not much of a loss for team 1-for-1, but a pretty good gain from them. You can see the nerd trying to get buff.
Blue buff does go off to the nerd. He's going to be able to harass a lot more in lane. And I don't think Bound 2 does actually have his blue buff at the moment right now. So the nerd is going to be able to pull off a lot of damage in the meanwhile.
Yeah, and they're up. They're pretty even, but Cassidy is 11 CS above the Ari right now. So not much aggression coming from the nerd as we expected, because it seems that Ari would have been able to out harass Cassidy much more, but it seems that the boss from him in the early game really helped him in this sort of situation.
Also, in terms of CS, Nasus is actually caught up in CS. He's actually ahead now. Sonic Surfer actually does land his Q. The nerd missing his charm. If he actually landed that, he could have done a little bit more damage than you know, what the 0 damage he actually pulled off.
Yeah.
So, anything can happen at the moment. But
Yeah.
like I said earlier, or like I said before,
Top
Renz
lane.
has caught up in the CS count.
Aw.
And
Sadly,
oh,
commonly did show
does
himself.
look like the
Oh,
Flash and Flay does go in. Chris Tucker as well as Jackie Chan are both caught out in Dome. Super does use that final hour. The teleport is also coming in. Commonly might be in some trouble right here, but looks like he is actually going to go down. Super does get the kill on COG Jackie Chan. The Condemn does go on Sonic Surfer. It looks like it's Renz is going to get the kill on the Vayne. Skims is going to go down as well. At the mid lane, the Nerd might be in some trouble. The Ignite does kill him off in the end. Bound 2 does get the kill. And Skims does die to Sonic Surfer. 4 kills.
Yeah.
4
It suddenly
kills.
went. It became a 1-for-4. So that was very good timing from Sonic Surfer to come in, and clean up, and a very good teleport from Itzrans getting the kill onto the Vayne. So that's like a kill for an assist right now is definitely gonna help him.
Not only that,
he
but
is
they
gonna
also
lose.
got Dragon as well.
Yeah, they also got Dragon, so that's a pretty big win. Even though they did lose top lane turret to Music, it's definitely outweighing the negatives the positives are definitely outweighing the negatives right now. So very good team play from Team 1-for-1, and it seems like the summoners for the bot lane of HDG have gone down. I don't know, that was pretty over aggressive from Skims.
I think
he
it was
missed
a
his hook.
fairly good. No, he missed his hook, but he did land a double flay. I think if it was played a bit better, because Braum just shielded all of the damage coming in from basically everyone during that fight, and
Yeah.
because of that, Jackie Chan stayed alive way longer than he should have been. And throughout that process, commonly just veered off to the side. He just died alone, and in the process of that, you know, teleport came in, and then Sonic Surfer came in for the gank. So I think it was a bad team play coming in from HDG, and it could have been better if they played it better.
Yeah, maybe if Maokai did TP in as well, maybe it would have been a different story. But I don't recall Music's health at that time. But Bound 2 is going to be seeing that ward, and he sees that pink ward, but commonly is on the way, and he might get sandwiched here right now.
Actually, commonly does take in a lot of damage. Only Zero does take a little bit more damage coming in from COG Jackie-chan as well. That ward is going to get cleared from that pink ward. Out of the top lane is back to farming. Does look like
It's actually really close.
yeah, it's fairly close at the top lane. Even though Renz did lose out on CS from dying earlier, as well as teleporting in, he's fairly close in CS compared to Music at the moment. So
Yeah, and he's just ignoring him right now because he knows he can lifesteal the damage back with his Q and autos. And so you can see Jackie Chan getting a little aggressive because he knows Sonic Surfer might be on the way, but they do see him with the ward in the river. And I think, is that a scuttle? Is that a
oh, it does look like Music is going fairly aggressive on Renz at the moment. But Renz is just gonna lifesteal that back, especially with that passive that Nasus
Wait, what's that pink
carries. Wait, what? What pink ward?
Is there a pink ward on there? Yeah, there's a pink ward that Music places.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what?
that's for the
I
cool
don't know.
kids, you know.
Pretty interesting.
It does look like Skims misses that hook. He's gonna get
Oh,
caught alone right here. That box actually does go in, but looks like CLG Jackie Chan does get the kill on Skims at the moment. Chris Tucker does get he does use that exhaust on OMG Supersonic Server is coming in for the gank. Looks like this is gonna back off for now. OMG Super does get caught from that Sonic Surfer Q. He's not gonna follow up on it though.
So sadly, Skims is going either a little bit early or commonly is coming a little or is coming late, because every time Skims tries to go for those engages, he just gets chunked out and gets killed like instantly from instantly by Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Wow,
Pretty
Music is
good.
actually doing a lot of damage to Renz at the moment, and I'm not exactly sure if Renz can lifesteal all back.
I think he
It's
can,
fairly low.
but then the nerd is taking the mid lane.
It does look like Bounty does get charmed in the middle of his Rift Walk. The nerd does take a few tower shots. He is gonna flash away, as well as get ignited on. That flash is gone. Commonly is just gonna come in to possibly help him out. He doesn't need that help though, and the blue buff is going to go to the nerd.
Yeah, he does have that passive with the spell vamp, so he's gonna be at least a little bit, get some little help from that. Oh, that poison damage almost got it, but I think it gets stopped once it hits like 1 HP. Oh, but
Sonic Surfer might be in some trouble. He does use that ultimate to just possibly get commonly away from him. It looks like it's slightly successful at the moment. He's still getting chased at. He's gonna get away. CLG Jackie Chan as well as CLG's Chris Tucker are gonna come into the bot lane as well. Skims does miss that hook once again, and they're just gonna keep pushing this bot lane, this mid lane.
That's some pretty good call. Like once someone gets in trouble and the bot lane has pushed in the wave, they come immediately mid and they just scared off Skims from trying to do anything else. He's only level 7, so he shouldn't be that aggressive because he's like fairly squishy even for a thresh. Nah. Q missing on the Sonic Surfer, but that mid lane turret is almost down. The nerd missing his charm. And they're getting a little antsy.
He's fairly aggressive at the moment. Music does take a little bit more damage from that casting as well as the Lee Sin. Doesn't look
Very
like the
lucky.
fight is going to engage it right now though.
Very lucky Bounty didn't get caught. I think they would have went in on that if he was caught by that hook.
Oh no!
Ooh, very good flat hook.
Two-man play. The nerd actually does get the kill on Jackie Chan. Looks like commonly also getting the kill on Sonic Surfer. A complete cleanup for HDG. 141 is everyone on 141 is pretty much down at the moment. It's Renz as well as Bounty are the only ones left alive. It's Renz just pushing out that top lane, but Bounty is the only one. Yeah,
Dragon's up in 6. So a very good hook from Skims. He was able to get shit on the main carry who was Jackie Chan.
Oh no!
Now he's going for it again.
Looks like Bounty might get caught right here. He does go down. OMG Super does get the kill as well. Alright, again. Commonly barely survives from the tower shot. The mid lane tower, or second tier mid lane tower, does go down. It looks like HDG do get another tower, and they're gonna go for this dragon right here.
Oh, but then in the end, its friends is at the top lane, and he already has that top lane turret very low, and he takes it with 1 Q just to finish it off, and he's just gonna run away because Music can't really catch up to that, especially with that Wither. So in the end, some pretty good split pushing from its friends, but sadly it was a 0 for 4 in the mid lane, and the inner turret for mid lane was taken down, and now they're going to be looking to get some dragon control. Commonly is going for it though, but he just realizes that Jackie Chan is right there, so he's going to wait until the rest of the team is there, and Music has to run all the way from the top lane all the way to the dragon pit right now because he doesn't have teleport, and he has to rush there right now because they're going to be fighting really soon.
So they do clear out those 2 wards in that small little bush right there, and they're possibly gonna they're just gonna keep warding this up. They don't have any vision control, but Bounty might be in some trouble right here. Music does land that stun, the hook also landing at the same time. Looks like Bounty is gonna go down instantly. OMG Zuber doesn't get the kill. CLG Jackie Chan is gonna get caught as well. The double kill for OMG Zuber, and the nerd is getting caught out in the middle as well. Triple kill for OMG Zuber. Chris Tucker is going to possibly go down right here. He's trying to run away. OMG Zuber does flash over that red buff wall, getting the ace. So technically, it's been a quadra kill for OMG Zuber. They're gonna get this dragon right here.
It's a very good play from Music. He caught out Bounty, and with that, the rest of the team were able to jump onto the rest of the team. Its Renz did make a good teleport play, but he was by himself in the end. Even with that much tankiness that he had, he wasn't able to take down OMG Zuber or anyone else on the team. So that was a 0 for 5. I think that was an ace, right? Yeah, that was an ace, so
yeah.
It's a very good play. And they get dragon and red buff. That is even with this kind of these victories, they're only 3k ahead. So they need to start pushing turrets, they need to start pushing that ball lane turret because they're even in turrets right now, and it seems like mid lane turret is gonna be taken down right now.
You gotta think, 3k is not that little. It's basically an entire item, so you can't really underestimate it. But Bounty is gonna get caught right here. The Spirit Rush does go off, but he's gonna get caught out in the end. A shutdown goal going to Sonic Surfer. Skims is actually alone at the moment. He does get knocked up from that Brum ultimate. The flash does go off as well as the box. Commonly is gonna get caught right here. Looks like he's gonna go down though. He's using that flag and drag. He is actually going to survive. CLG Jackie Chan does miss that ultimate. He is going to get caught from that threshold. Zero getting that kill, and looks like commonly does use that cataclysm. It's Renz, Chris Tucker, as well as Sonic Surfer are trying to run away from this fight at the moment. It is a 4v3, so they can't really do much, especially how, especially on, what was I gonna say? Especially. Actually, never mind.
Oh, don't worry. I actually got lost in what you were saying. This is what the reason why HDG is winning these fights right now is because they're catching the carry. Every hook that Skims has made, that HDG won the fight in, it was Jackie Chan that got hooked. And every time he always, once Jackie Chan gets blown up, he can't do anything. The rest of the team can't really do anything. So, because basically their team is kind of based around Jackie Chan right now, with that Braum and Ness to be in the face of the backline. So it's very good that HCG knows that the target is Jackie Chan, and they're stopping at nothing to get him, and every time they do get him, that's always a win for HCG.
And also speaking, the fact that Jackie Chan is getting caught out in every fight, his positioning isn't very good in this game at the moment. Now, in this possible fight, bound to, or everyone on one for one, and almost everyone for HCG are near the dragon area now. Dragon is not even close to being spawned right now. They're just gonna get the scuttle crab. Not exactly sure why they were fighting in that area. Oh, looks like Music might get caught out here, but OMG Zebra is in the fight as well. OMG Zebra does use that ultimate. Chris Tucker taking up all the damage. Sonic Surfer going in and as well, but he's gonna die. OMG Zebra does get the kill in the end. Music is in trouble right now. He does get stunned. COG Jackie Chan does get the kill in the end. And the nerd is coming in for the fight. A double kill for COG Jackie Chan. Bound 2 does Rift walk away. He does get smited on in the end. Looks like he's gonna go down as well. Double kill for the nerd.
Oh,
it looks like it's almost an ace.
Oh, close for 4 for 2. See, like, now that I don't really know what went on. Like they went for the, I guess like they went for the tank, and OMG Exuber was able to just use Music as that meat shield, or as you could say, just a wooden shield, and just do as much damage. He did get caught out, but he was able to get away for some time. But then he did get killed by, I'm assuming, Nasus? Because he did die in the end. But when the rest of the team re-engaged, they were able to, they just cleaned up house. And that's something that Team 1 for 1 need to work on, because with something, like if they're staying, like if you see the tank staying on top of you, that means something, they're really close by, and then you should like back off, because if you're low and they're on the way, then you're basically dead.
So it does look like it's just that time again where every team is just figuring out what to do. Actually, they're not really figuring out what to do. I think HDG has figured it out. Kill CLG Jackie Chan and you can win fights. That's basically their plan right now. What 1 for 1 has to do, they have to figure out what to do. They gotta kill OMG Zuber as well, but that's pretty hard to do, especially when it's against a Vayne. But Skims is gonna get caught right here, does use that box. CLG Jackie Chan does get the kill in the end. It's another kill for him. Right now he is currently 5-5-1 compared to the Vayne, who's 10-2-3. So Vayne is way ahead in terms of kills from CLG Jackie Chan.
Yeah, and luckily, sadly, Skims had to use the box. I don't think the box was necessary. He was already dead. His flash wasn't up for him to get away, so the box was wasted. He won't be having that up by the next dragon fight, which is gonna come up in 26 seconds, and That's just one ultimate down for Team HEG, bound to getting that blue buff.
It
It's
does look
always
like
good, I
both
guess.
teams are heading towards the dragon. They're just clearing out those wards over there. You have to be careful though. They don't have that thresh ultimate like you said earlier, and I don't think. Oh, they do have that actually warded. So
Yeah,
both
they know.
teams know that dragon is up. But at the
But
same time, 1-for-1 isn't necessarily near Dragon except Sonic Surfer. Now Dragon is going down fairly fast. The Q does land, but is he gonna go? Ah, he doesn't go in. Commonly
Very
does
timely
smite that
Yeah.
Dragon.
that was HG. I mean, not HEG. That is Team 1-for-1's fault because they were separated. Two people were in the mid lane while three of them were in the bot lane. The bot lane was trying to get that turret, try to keep the turret alive, but since the bot lane for Team 1-for-1, that's gonna be a dead first tier turret for the bot lane, and the
Ooh.
resonating strike was onto the tank, which I don't think they want to go into
At the
that.
mid lane, Bound 2 is just separately pushing as well, but everyone
make a
on
decision right now.
HGG, everyone in HGG is just pushing that bot lane fairly hard. They're clearing out the waves fairly quickly as well, and Bound 2 is just gonna keep pushing that mid lane.
Yeah, this is
The
a loss for
teleport is coming in
HCG.
though.
Oh,
Looks
so
like they did
sadly,
back off.
HCG did have to force that TP. Now they're on the run. Sonic Surfer is
Oh,
going.
Sonic Surfer actually does get caught. DFG on him. The nerd does get the kill in the end. He's on a killing spree. Bounty is also getting caught from that flag and drag, as well as skins coming in for the fight. Everyone is separated at the moment. The nerd might go down right here. The flash does go off, but he does survive in the end. COG Jackie Chan does flash for the nerd. OG Super does get exhausted on, but that Braum all knocks pretty much everyone on HCG up. Looks like HCG is going to possibly win this fight, but COG Jackie Chan is still alive. Nope, looks like Music as well as Commonly is at full HP. Not going to be able to do much against that.
That is another ace for HDG. That's some really good team play from HDG, because even though Music was at the top, or was at the mid lane defending from Bound 2, he was able to come in at the very end, and since he's so tanky, he has enough. He could just face roll them again like he used to on Sonic Surfer. So close, but as I said before, Sonic Surfer got caught out. Actually, I forgot. Sonic Surfer got caught out by the nerd. And that's the reason why you should ban the nerds, Ari, because he can pull out some stuff like that. And since DFG is gonna be removed in the next patch, you're not gonna be able to see something like this in quite a while in this tournament, at least, because the nerds is a force to be reckoned with, and as you can see also from OMG Exuber's vein, he was able to hold on to his ultimate till it was actually needed, because he was in a sticky situation where if he already used ult, I think he would have been dead like 10 seconds earlier, and 10 seconds is a lot of time. So don't
Does it
get
like HCG are possibly gonna keep pushing this mid lane? Nope, it looks like they're heading towards the bot lane actually. Bot lane tower is still up. They weren't successful in getting the OGs. Might get caught right here. The condemn does go off, as well as the thresh lantern. He's gonna be safe for now, but 1-for-1 is gonna keep pushing this mid lane. Now that mid lane tower was attacked earlier, so I think it's fairly low. Let me check real quick. It's at half HP. And oh, it does look like Music might get caught out right here. This Wither, as well as that Braum slow, does go on off him. He's at half HP now. They don't have their main tank in the next fight, possibly.
Yeah. Oh, the nerd being pinged off to back off because he was trying to go for a flank, but without Music at full health, they can't really pull out that 5v5 fight that they really need. And Team 1-for-1, they're just, I don't know what they're really doing. They're not really have much plan right now. That was really close to Jack.
Really close. If he got caught out right there, it would have been another ace for HDG.
Yeah, literally everyone would have jumped on him.
So the wards, they need more vision on the other side map, because skins can just hook anyone in basically hook range. And if CLG Jackie Chan does get hooked again, you know, it's pretty much over for 1-for-1.
Yo, can you wait? What happened to your mic? It kind of got weird.
Really? It's fine for
Yeah.
me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't
What
know.
are you
It became like
Oh,
suddenly.
it looks like a fight's coming in though. Oh, it looks like CLG Jackie Chan actually kills OMG Super right in the beginning. Skims is gonna get caught out in the middle of this. Sonic Surfer doesn't get the kill as well. The nerd actually does flank from the side. He actually kills CLG Jackie Chan very quickly. Music is in the middle of this, and the nerd, he's gonna get slow from the Braum. The music is going to die in the end. The nerd does get the charm off the Rens, but he is going to die as well. A kill
He does.
for
That was.
both mid laners.
Yeah. So that fight started very badly for HDG because they lost their main damage, which was OMG Exuber at the time, and Ari was in the bot lane, pushing out the wave, or at least doing some wage management. And since OMG Exuber was caught out, as in he was killed, basically the rest of the team couldn't really have much damage to even go back onto them until Ari came in. And by the time Ari did come in, he did take Jackie Chan out and its Rens, but he was killed in the end and wasn't able to escape because he didn't have his flash, and he already used his ultimate to take out Jackie Chan.
It's not a fairly. I think that's miscommunication coming in from HDG. Oh, Bound 2 actually coming in for OMG Zuber at the moment. OMG Zuber can actually cut away from Bound 2 though if they do go on a 1v1 fight. So you have to be a bit careful. Dragon is up as well. Both teams are
HDG need a
eyeing
ward.
it.
HDG need a ward if they wanna.
Oh,
they do have a ward.
they do take it.
Right, that is the third Dragon for Team HDG. It didn't seem like 1-for-1 were too interested in that Dragon because
I think they
even
just took it away too quickly.
yeah, the only person who was aware of it was Bound 2, who was eyeing it. Or is it? I got a question. Is it Bound 2 or Bound the second?
Bound 2.
Okay.
You don't. I mean, like, if it was Bound the second, I'm not gonna say that entire name when I'm shoutcasting. You know, like, oh, Bound the second, Bound the second. That's too much work. Just say Bound 2. It's so much easier. OMG Zuber is pushing that bot lane at the moment. That bot lane tower might go down as well because no one is really coming in. No, it looks like the teleport is coming in from its Rens. OMG Zuber is just gonna back off. That Baron is up at the moment.
Pinging it.
Yeah, they're pinging it at the moment. They can possibly go in and fight right now. No, it looks like they're just gonna go for this dragon. Now Sonic Survey is gonna get caught in again. The nerd doesn't get the kill. Commonly using that Cataclysm. It does look like Music does get the kill on Jackie Chan. Bound 2 does use that Zanya as he is going to possibly die in the end. He actually does get the kill on Skims before he dies. And back at the bot lane, it's Rens versus OMG Super. It's Ren does
this is a dead
do a
Rens.
lot of power. I mean, lot of damage. And he does heal fairly well. That Wither is not enough, and it looks like it's going to be a Baron for HDG.
That is just some very good team play from Team HDG. Like, they got their synergy together within their last game against Dio Valente, and with this type of team play that they're doing right now, they're looking very strong. But OMG Exuber is probably a little too overstaying his welcome, so he is going to be getting out of there. But that is a lot of damage that is going on to the bot lane inner turret. But again, some really good team play. The nerd, like, just another example, banned that away from him because he's so strong. And again, Music, way too tanky to be ignored. And Skims getting some really good ultimates and stuff, but I don't know, like, Team 1-for-1, they're not really playing as expected, in my opinion. Like, Jackie Chan's been getting caught out so much. It's somewhat not really his fault because he's just been getting flashed out.
Ooh, Bound 2 might be in some trouble, but it is more people on 1-for-1 than it is on HDG at the bot lane right there, so something might happen. I'm not exactly sure.
Alright. Now, they seem to be pushing the bot lane, but you can see the top lane turret, the top lane wave right now for Team 1 for 1 is pushing into the top lane. That's going to be pushed into the inhib turret. But you can see the bot lane is getting pushed very fast by Team HDG.
Ooh.
That's it. That's dead.
Might be
But
some
they're getting
trouble.
sandwiched right now.
Oh no! Bounty does get away fairly safely, but wow, it does look like the Cataclysm does go out. PLG Chris Tucker actually almost goes down instantly. OMG Zebra does get the kill on the COG Jackie Chan as well as it's Renz is trying to escape, but the 2 shots already killing COG Jackie Chan. It's Renz is going to be in trouble as well. OMG Zebra does take a little bit more damage from that tower as well as the Nasus Q. Bounty is still alive. Looks like it might be a penta kill right here. Come on, keep chasing, man. Keep chasing. Come on, let's do this. Do this. Penta kill. Penta kill coming in from OMG Zuber. The very first penta kill coming in from the entire series. The Surrender Vogue also coming in. Congratulations, the first penta kill of the tournament. OMG Zuber getting the very first one. Very, very good coming in from HDG. The Surrender Vote does go in. The first game does go off to HDG. We're gonna go off to their second game.
That was like the most. That was like team HDG putting in like just going on a new level because like they were like